Week, a San Diego City Council committee advanced a new street vendor ordinance.
Yeah, it places more restrictions on vendors who have permits, and it targets those who don't. But there's this one specific vendor that's hoping to help those who might be struggling to get the right paperwork. CBS 8's Regina Urita was out in Chicano Park and shares that story.
For some mobile vendors, they have no choice but to start their business here, street vending. And it's because the majority of them are low-income families who can't afford the process of starting a business in a rental space. But others are honored to create a business like this one because it reminds them of where they came from.
With the sound of his bell and the turning wheels on his cart, 45-year-old paletero or ice cream man Victor Rodriguez has been walking the streets of San Diego selling delicious frozen treats for the past year.
After all this generation, I'm still keeping this culture alive.
He started this family-owned business with his wife, hoping to show his kids what real hard work looks like.
Our kids really enjoyed the process of us starting our small business, and it encouraged them to want to be small business owners or be their own bosses.
As a young boy, Rodriguez grew up in a low-income family. His own father was a paletero too, making this business a lot more special to him. But unlike Rodriguez, his dad had no other choice but to be a street vendor.
When he was doing the paletero, it just kind of clicked in, like this was his means of providing for us, going to places, getting us what we want for school, for supplies, or if we had anything to do like field trips. This was his means of supporting us.
Rodriguez had a different reason, choosing this career for himself, his wife, and 3 kids to keep the declining paletero business.
Other paletero men from back generations are, they're getting elderly and they just don't want to go out no more, or they have sickness and they just can't go out.
Paleteros aren't alone. Rodriguez says that other street vendors leave the business because the requirements for food vendors have become far more difficult and costly. The main hurdle is a health permit, where a vendor must have a code-compliant cart approved by the Department of Public Health.
You would have to get permits to sell in the city of San Diego. You need to have a different permit to sell in the city like of El Cajon.
This is why the Rodriguez family also aims to help other street vendors struggling to keep their mobile businesses.
Our inbox is always open to really help.
For CBS 8, I'm Regina Urita.